Mike Renner here with your top 10 free agent safeties this coming offseason. At number 1, we have Earl Thomas of the Seattle Seahawks. He earned a 91.3 overall grade this past season and has earned a 90-plus grade in 3 out of his last 4 years. He is on a Hall of Fame pace to his career, and while he is coming off a broken leg and will turn 30 soon, he has elite instincts for the position and should still have a few more productive years left in him. At number 2, we have Landon Collins of the New York Giants. He is a playmaking box safety, pretty much the opposite role of what Earl Thomas does in Seattle. You want him around the line of scrimmage, affecting both run and pass, and teams could even covet his skill as an actual linebacker. He had a bit of a down year in 2018 with a 70.4 overall grade, but the Giants defense as a whole had a down year as well. He led all safeties back in 2016 with 49 stops, and in a role like he played then, like a box safety, he could excel on your defense at only 25 years of age. On to number 3, where we have Adrian Amos of the Chicago Bears. He's earned top 10 coverage grades among safeties each of the past 2 seasons. He is not Eddie Jackson, not much of a playmaker on the back end, but he is incredibly sound for the position and has great zone instincts. He's had fewer than 10 missed tackles each of the past 2 seasons and will be only 26 years old this next season. On to number 4, we have LaMarcus Joyner of the Los Angeles Rams. He earned a 90.9 overall grade back in 2017, which saw him get the franchise tag this past season. He came back down to earth a little bit with a 71.7 overall grade, but he's still a very solid tackling safety with only 9 missed tackles combined over the past 2 years. At 28 years old, he'll be coveted heavily on the free agent market. At number 5, we have Ha ClintonKix, who was traded from Green Bay to Washington this past season. That's a bit of a red flag considering how big Green Bay needed safety, but he has been a consistent playmaker over the course of his career. He's had at least 3 interceptions and at least 3 pass breakups in every single season of his career. At number 6, we have Tyrann Mathieu of the Houston Texans. He looked at home around the line of scrimmage once again in that Texans defense as he earned an 83.9 run D grade. It's not quite the same player that we saw when he earned a 90.7 overall grade back in 2015 and has had multiple injuries to his knee since then, but he'll be only 27 this next season and still has some productive years left in him. At number 7, we have Trey Boston of the Arizona Cardinals, who was forced to sign a 1-year prove-it deal this past season in Arizona after he earned an 89.0 overall grade for the Chargers back in 2017. He earned a 78.2 coverage grade this past season, proving that he still is one of the best safeties in the NFL. At only 27, he should be a high-priced free agent this upcoming offseason. At number 8, we have Mike Mitchell of the Indianapolis Colts. He was signed mid-season by the Colts and is 32 years old, but he did earn a 81.1 overall grade for Indy in limited snaps. He had a 64.9 overall grade for Pittsburgh the season before that, and so he may not be coveted much as a starter, but can give you depth there at the safety position. On to number 9, where we have Eric Reed, another player who was signed mid-season by the Carolina Panthers. He was a little bit behind the 8 ball starting late, but earned a 66.5 overall grade. The highest grade he's ever earned in his career is only 70.3, which is solid, but teams might not see him as an impact starter in their defense. At only 27 years old, though, he should find himself a home this offseason. On to number 10, we have George Iloka, who had 4 straight seasons as a starter in Cincy, grading between 68 and 72.0 overall, before he was cut by them prior to the 2018 season. He caught on in Minnesota, but only played 117 snaps there for the Vikings. He could still be an upgrade for a safety-needy team, and at only 29 years old, could still have a few productive years as a starter left in him. There you have it. There's the safety class, one of the deepest positions in free agency this upcoming offseason. Make sure to go to the PFF YouTube channel and check out all our other positional rankings for free agency this offseason.